Hello everyone, this is Corrin Landwalker, and this is the final stream for me of 2021. Yeah, the year is about to end, and it's fitting that we end it pretty much the same way we began, with Star Trek Online. Hey, now, Cap, how you doing? And no fear, it's only the last for this year. I can assure you that we will be picking right back up with 2022, which is only, by my count, let's see, 3 days away. Yes, I can do simple math. That's actually more impressive than it sounds. Wipes forehead in relief. No fear, no fear. So we will be continuing this evening the adventures of Jadan, who has recently discovered the Iconian gateway lurking in the cavernous depths of New Romulus. There are going to be some consequences to that little detail that's going to basically open up change. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that this is one of the three. I think we're entering about one, two. There are 3 really significant episodes that changed the entire complexion of the direction of the game, and this is number 1. So, we are going to hop over here at Kronos, where I am just kind of sitting here like a bump on a log, mainly because I was taking care of little details like dumping off most of my inventory. I didn't quite get rid of all of it. Let's take care of some administrivia before we start rolling. As usual, working on my engineering advancement for R&D, so that one day I will be able to make some really cool advancements. Well, by really cool I mean something better than the basic upgrade kit here. Because once I can do that, I can start quickly improving a number of items, at least as far as engineering items. Now, if you wanted to deal with other items like weapons and stuff like that, I would have to start advancing in these guys. But that would take a lot more time than I think this character actually has. And I completed a colossal single mission for my duty officer assignments. My options are a little bit better here. And by a little bit better, I mean very little. I can sell off some prisoners. Okay, that takes care of that detail. I'm going to pop out of the immediate orbit of Kronos because a fun fact is that you can usually find different assignments on Kronos, in orbit around Kronos, and out in sector space around the planetary system of Kronos. It's crazy, I know. But on the outside chance I can get some more marauding details, because that is important for the character. Current map. Well, you know, sometimes the theory doesn't go quite the way it's planned. Oh, but we got plenty more in here now, though, don't we? Unfortunately, I can't do most of them. But I can do enough. Alright, also I see I've gotten Brigadier General, level 40, which means I should have... Oh, I guess I already did take care of the traits last time. Yes, the short-term memory is continuing its slow decline. Soon I'm going to forget exactly what game I'm streaming, even though I'm looking right at it. Alright. So, without further ado, now that I've taken care of duty officer assignments, and I'm pretty sure that if I got the traits nailed down, I know I got the skills nailed down too. So let's open up our mission journal and begin Sphere of Influence. And hey, does this Klingon look familiar to you? I wonder if he might be showing up in this episode. Oh, the Time's giving me the silent treatment. Okay. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepared and ready for activation. Because the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway and all we learn from it with our allies, we are inviting representatives of the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Defense Force to join us on New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us. I'm sorry, wrong vocals for that one. I'd be honored if you would join us, General. Mixing my settings there for a minute there. I usually don't associate that sentence with good things. Now you'll note that this unlike many missions in Star Trek Online, this one can only be completed as a single player. So, no friends to help you out here. What will we get? Well, we get our usual trifecta of experience points, expertise, and dilithium ore, and a couple of interesting possibilities. An omnidirectional beam array, which fires anti-proton energy. Ooh. Or we can go with an obelisk subspace rift warp core, which does stuff. I'm not entirely sure how beneficial this might be, but that's a decision that can wait. In the meantime, we will accept the generous offer to Tan, mainly because, well, I'm a Klingon. I can't trust them to get it right. Once again, we will just transwarp to our destination so that people do not have to suffer through me zipping through the sector space gateways. Well, not gateways, but, you know, sectors. And we will start Sphere of Influence.
It would be my pleasure.
It's too bright. I know I'm channeling Slamek here, but good God, I mean, I think they need to really tone down the lava effects in here. I was hoping they would fix that would be fixed in this mission, but nope. So apparently, the Romulan Republic is all about going blind. As part of our excavations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods, in actuality a species with a much higher technological level than their own. These day ones were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the gateway. It's Iconian, but it must have seemed almost magical to the day ones. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the gateway briefly. But the reaction was too unstable. The geothermal tap caused a chained volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that ash clouded the sky, dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked, and many of the day ones died. The survivors were treated to underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and fauna that could adapt survived, until we arrived. You were instrumental in helping us discover the secrets of this world. Now that we've found the Iconian Gateway, we feel that it could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy will be at our fingertips. I think that he might be overstating things just a little bit.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, I guess talking to him is the same as...
Welcome to New Romulus.
What is that? Okay, I seem to have had something going on in my browser that was, doing something. Getting the odd background. And, okay, I'm Frennick, and I serve as a liaison officer for the Titan. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in this area as part of our investigations of the gateway. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral Corrin is waiting for you in the gateway chamber. Please follow me. Ah, I can't follow him. I can't see. My eyes. My eyes. I mean, seriously. If any cryptic devs ever actually watch my stream, fix this. I mean, this was horrible when I had to fight in it. It's not any better now. Ah, thank heavens, I can see again. I may have spoken too soon. Ugh. I can feel my eyeballs searing out. Captain Corrin.
Corrin, daughter of Grilka, captain of the mighty IKS Fortescue, and victor of 100 battles.
An impressive lineage. Grilka is a name that was probably familiar to DS9 watchers as the Klingon house ruler that had this, let's call it, relationship with Quark and leave it at that. I would much rather be on the front than here, but the Romulans are our allies now, and they have asked for our assistance. The High Council has dispatched the flagship of the fleet to show the strength of our friendship. And this must be the Admiral.
Welcome.
Boy, they're really skimping out on the voiceovers on this, aren't they? The Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation and the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious. The Day Ones tried to do the same and it destroyed them. But we have been studying this gateway since General Jadan, you do realize you're talking to me, right? Helped us discover it, and we believe that we understand where the Day Ones went wrong. We now have the technology and knowledge we need to successfully adapt Iconian technology for our own use. We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Day Ones, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
Now see, he got the full voiceover.
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
Well, you know, I kind of have to give some weight to this man's argument here. What kind of problems are there?
No problem.
Still no extra voiceover? Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his experience with Iconian gateways. He has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problems of the past, but I fear that, like the Ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. The Tan and the Senate believe this to be an important step for the New Republic. New Republic? Did I just drop into Star Wars? Just saying. But it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture, just as the Bajorans and the Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. In the interest of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take a final check of the data. Perhaps General Jadan would be willing to assist you. I am honored to do so.
Acceptable. Admiral Karalik, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Then let's go talk to the science people. It's so bright.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Looks like Worf is the only one who gets full dialogue here. I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for any contingency. The day ones weren't advanced technologically as we are. They had to even become a warped culture when they tried to repower the gateway. We have advantages that they could only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar. Okay, any way I can help here?
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. General Jadon can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. Maybe I do need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. Okay, Alpha, Gamma, and Delta, huh? Ah, my eyes! How can I read anything? Seriously. Seriously, they have to do something about that.
Program initialized. Select monitoring program.
Okay, power variance is what we were interested in, but let's see what this has to say. Okay, let's go back to the main. Power variance. And let's see, he was saying what? Alpha, Gamma, Delta. 14, 47, and 38.
Program initialized. Program initialized.
Were you able to find the coefficient number?
14, 47, and 48.
Are you sure? That doesn't seem right. Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
I could have sworn that one, last one was 48. I'm clearly dumb. 38. 38.
Alpha is 14. That looks correct. Yes, that's correct.
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed
Thank God
the
for the
power of
catalog.
one of these gateways outside of the
Meltdown!
holodeck? Well, I have.
Yeah, how was
I
bad?
was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen.
Damn it, Adrana. I'm a warrior, not a scientist.
Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
Then perhaps we should speak with the engineering teams and see what they have to tell us.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
I'm sure Commander Make would appreciate the newest set of data. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. Oh, before we go over there, though, there's someone else I want to chat with I saw over here. It's our old friend Cooper! Dr. Cooper. He seems a little less traumatized. Maybe he'll be less...
Oh, the gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
Yeah, even he doesn't get the full dialogue. The way the teams here have used alternative energy sources to supply the immense amount of power needed to reactivate it is... Of course, the Federation Science Council's position on Iconian technology is that it is very dangerous, and if it used at all, it should be with extreme caution. Just the opportunity to study Iconian tech is exciting, but to actually see it in use, I never thought I'd have an opportunity like this. Well, I think Worf is giving me the evil eye. I better go over here and chat with the commander.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death in caves just like the day ones. This gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we've built here? Well, here's some numbers. Do they look good?
Finally.
You want a full-time job here? I could use some reliable help. That's so not happening. These aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I, but we're on a deadline.
My team has the geothermal tap operational, and with the proper numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it again. I'd be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands to raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. General, could you help? All of my team are busy with the tap, and it will give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrana to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is. The Tan invited you here, Ambassador. He had a good reason, and he's a good man. I trust him. If he thinks you have something important to say, we need to listen.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
Yeah, you do that, and I'll play with figuring out how to get the pylons up. These controls look important. Die. I'm sure nothing horrible is going to happen here. So far, so good, I think. Yes, I can't just casually walk over cables. I've got to jump over them. And there they are. Well, they've got something working right. The whole thing's going up, and gosh, that's big. I mean, it's not the biggest gateway I've seen, but it's up there. Oh, my eyes! Commander.
The numbers are good, but something seems off.
This gateway may not be exactly like the others we've encountered. What do you mean, off?
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
You've opened a door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Wait, do you think there's something on the other side that wants to come in our direction?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
I understand what the gateway means to my people, but I'm concerned about what it could happen. Seriously, guys, get a text pass. What it could happen if we open it without taking more precautions. Well then, do we have more security guards to work with?
Captains Sean and Corrin have been consulting with Corrin's security forces. I will ask Corrin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
Now, Captain Sean is the commander of the USS Enterprise F. And that story, sadly, is no longer a part of the main episode arc chain. But you can get a chance to kind of flashback to it once you get to level 50-ish or something like that, I think. But the fact that you don't get to do that in the proper order makes this moment less impactful, perhaps. Is that Sean over there? It's hard to say, because... No, it's Commander Ninian. Who the hell is Ninian? He's one of ours, because he's wearing Klingon gear.
Iconian gateways can open up anywhere. You don't have to have another gateway to connect to.
This means the Iconians could show up anywhere. No wonder they controlled most of the quadrant. Guess that means we need some extra firepower if they show up here. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Of course, the Iconians have been gone for millennia, so I'm not really worried about them.
How may I assist you?
Got a moment.
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Yeah, the ambassador is a little concerned about the gateway. Something about it not being like the other ones. And because he can't come over and chat with a Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share in his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? Well, We need a way to turn it off.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for anyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Starfleet Command orders, so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation. But it's also my job to protect my ship and the Federation, so I had my engineers work up some contingency plans. If Corrin is bringing in extra ground troops to deal with any unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at the Romulan's invitation after all. But it's always good to have a backup plan. Oh, I'll take care of that. Just give me the charges and I'll set them up, because if there's one thing a Klingon loves doing, it's blowing stuff up.
What are you... Ah, good idea.
Alright, who's this over here?
Commander Tiaru Jirak of the RRW Lisette.
The Republic has advanced enough that we need a flagship on par with a Fortescue. I have the honor of commanding her. My father was a Romulan admiral. He wanted to change the galaxy for me. For all children. He wanted us to be able to live our lives in peace. To be free. He was betrayed for his beliefs and lost everything. I grew up being watched by the Tal Shiar. I heard the whispers that said I was the child of a traitor. When Datan told me of his plan, I knew this was the world that my father would have wanted. I left the Empress's fleet and never looked back. Commander Jirak, along with Captain Corrin and Captain Sean, are going to be individuals we interact with quite a bit as the game episodes continue.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Prepare to activate the gateway. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Initiating final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. Got a spike.
Oh, that can't be
Attempting to
good.
compensate. No good.
Abort! Abort the mission!
Shut it down.
Detonating charges.
No effect. Get everyone out of the chamber.
You know, this scene used to be a lot more gruesome. I could swear once upon a time we saw people crunched under
Into
one of
the
those
gateway.
falling boulders.
Now!
I guess they were worried about the ESRB rating for Star Trek Online. Well, if there's one bright side, at least my eyes won't be blinded by that lava flow anymore.
I knew that gateway would be trouble. We can't get a reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore. And we are trapped.
Nobody likes someone going, "I told you so," Worf.
The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. They might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then we can worry about getting out of here.
Very well. Let's see what we've got. Emergency medical kits. Well, that's pretty useful. I guess we can help the wounded a bit then. A rock hit me on my way through the gate. I guess it could have been worse. I could have still been there when the top of the cavern came down. Snip, snip, fix, fix. Next. It's my left arm. It hurts to move it. Have a sling. Thanks. It feels a lot better now. I think I'll be okay now. Wow, this doctor stuff is easy. Why the hell do I need Thrak? It's okay, General. It's just a scrape. Here, have a bandage. Man, I could be a doctor. Dr. Zidane. It's my ankle. I can't put any weight on it. I hope we don't have to move quickly. I don't think I can walk, much less run. Level 2 sprain. Should report to sickbay for regeneration. Yeah, that's not happening. So we're looking at rest, ice, compression, and elevation, huh? Well, we can give her 3 of those. Have a cold pack. Have a compress. Elevate your limb. Bang. Now stay put. What do we have in our other boxes? Field rations. Extreme weather portable shelters. Yeah, I think the portable shelters are probably not going to be as useful as we'd like to think.
I believe I have found a way to open this door,
Tricorders.
but it will take 2 of us to override the controls.
Well, I guess it better be you and me, Worf, because, you know, we're the competent ones here. Oh, okay. I guess we've got Captain Sean over there. And is Corrin anywhere in here? Where's Corrin? Okay, Corrin made it too. Good. But really,
I think I can open this door,
I'm the best
but
choice.
I will need your assistance. Once I override the security protocols, you will need to rewire the primary motivator to release the locking clamps. Are you ready?
Of course. Corrin may be the captain of the Klingon flagship, but my ship is more badass.
Now, to see what lies beyond.
You know, nothing good ever came of a statement like that. That reminds me. Battleth. We're all about melee damage here, and I am 102 kills away. It probably won't be tonight, though. Although you never know. Still, don't see anything in here. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
Interesting. Are you detecting high trace levels of Tetrion radiation?
Door number 2.
My tricorder shows this to be a complex of some kind. There is another large room further down this hallway.
Or door number 3.
I am picking up something beyond this door.
Really? That's it? You're picking up something? You can't get more specific? Why do we even have tricorders, man?
As much as I hate to say this, we will cover more ground if we split up.
I approve. We can do more damage that way.
Agreed. We should keep in contact as we search.
Commander Nignon will accompany.
If there is a way home, we will find it.
I will accompany you.
Oh, I'm honored. I'll get a security detail to stick around here. Sadly, the security detail is Starfleet and not, you know, KDF, but one must make do with what one has. I'll take care of things here. Good luck, and watch your back. We don't know who else could be in this place, or what they want.
Come. We will find the way out.
I guess we get door number 2. Unusual corridors, aren't they? And I'm not entirely sure what we're seeing around here. Let's take some scans. They made traces of Tetrion radiation. Interesting. Environmental control and life support controls. recently adjusted from settings non-compatible with human life. So this has apparently recently been adapted for people like us. I am mildly disturbed. Multi-adaptive life support, technology beyond what's used by our civilizations. But it's also been used for a while, apparently. Captain Corrin, what have you found?
Picked up some odd tetryon readings, and we've been able to confirm that we're in subspace, but there's nothing conclusive yet.
Subspace? I think we're in a medical facility, although it's not like any sickbay I've ever seen before. Captain Sean?
This facility is mostly automated. That doesn't mean it's abandoned.
We're keeping watch for automated security. Nothing we can't handle yet, but we found something interesting in this room. It looks like some sort of targeting array. I'm going to try to find out more about it. It's worth a shot.
Maybe it's a way to open a gateway to a location without a corresponding one on the other end.
Oh, our people certainly thought that was a possibility. I'll check in when we know more. Sean out. Ambassador, we should take a closer look at that large console.
Good idea. If there is a targeting system and a medical bay, we may find the equivalent of a shuttle bay as well.
Wouldn't that be nice? This is the main control console for the environmental controls in this facility. The environment can be set to accommodate a wide range of humanoid and non-humanoid species. Whoever used these controls last set the environment for a breathable oxygen-nitrogen mixture, which they spelled wrong. That is standard for most humanoid species. Can't determine how long it's been since they were last accessed.
We have not heard from the security detail. We need to check in with them.
Security check. Security detail. Answer me, now!
Are you sure something here is not blocking our communicators? This is suspicious.
No, I'm not sure.
We should check in with Corrin and Sean's teams.
Captain Corrin, can you read me?
Corrin here.
We haven't found anything in this direction yet. I'll return to our starting location and find out what's happened. Good luck with that. Sean?
I've found what appears to be some sort of targeting system.
Huh, that's strange.
Did you hear that? We should answer. Look out!
Oh, it was nice knowing the Captain Sean, wasn't it?
Captain Sean's team is in trouble. Hurry!
Run! Run! Quite possibly they electrocuted themselves. There's nobody here. The tricorder. Sean's tricorder. Still recording, but there's a 4-minute gap in the file. A Starfleet phaser. Adjusted to maximize his power. Not bad. I should try to adapt have my engineers try to adapt my disruptors for that sort of thing. Smashed comm badge. With a smear of blood. A bad sign. A toolbox.
No sign of Sean's team. We are not alone here.
Well, let's see. What were they looking at when things went wacky on them? Oh, they said it was a targeting array. Settings for 6 coordinates. It shares some characteristics with the transporter, but... yeah, I'm not going to be able to figure this one out.
This does not bode well. We should rendezvous with Corrin and the others.
Very well. Oh, what's this? Oh. Well, clearly it's a problem, so that means I get to destroy it. Ah! Worf, you kill stealer! Now, I could be wrong.
Gone. They would not have left without their supplies or weapons. Can you hail them?
To anybody in the sound of my voice. Bueller! Bueller!
We must find Corrin and the others.
We better hurry. We're all in danger now. Let's go down the path she took.
Wait. I know this place. I have been here before.
Now, I don't know about anybody else. If you're a fan of the Next Generation, you probably twigged onto what this is right away. I certainly did, and I'm hardly the biggest hardcore guy for Next Generation episodes. But, let's examine the table.
This table. I saw one just like it when I served on the Enterprise.
Well, somebody got in a fight here.
Blood. Klingon and Pharosan. Corrin put up a fight.
See if this database can tell us anything.
There are data entries here that correspond to our missing people. They will be taken for examination soon.
Alright, Ambassador. I think there's something you want to tell me right now, don't you?
It was a Solanogen-based race, and I have seen this before. When I served on the Enterprise, we attracted attention of aliens who existed solely in subspace. They abducted us, experimented on us. We did not know why, but their actions went far beyond mere curiosity.
Yeah, this is one of their more disturbing episodes, too.
We were able to stop them before they established a pocket of subspace on board the ship, but not before they sent a burst of energy through. If these aliens served the Iconians, that energy could have been a message. Corrin was not taken without a fight. Of that I am sure.
No kidding.
And this table has not been used yet. These aliens must be holding the others. It is only a matter of time before they will be examined as well, and the experiments can be deadly. Everyone here is in danger. We must find and free them.
Oh, we'll find them. And these Solanogen-based fellows, if they want to get in the way,
there is a holding area down this
they
hall.
will know the wrath of a Klingon warrior.
Automated defenses. Defend yourself. That Guardian was damaged by a disruptor. Corrin's work.
And yet it didn't explode, which is unusual.
We can overload the power cell from that Guardian. It should blast through the door.
Well, it's a good thing it didn't blow up then, isn't it? Oh, look, there's an activity log. No anomalies, no anomalies. Anomaly found. Unauthorized gateway access. That must have been us. Unauthorized beings found. Apprehended. Taken to holding cells.
Be ready. There may be more Guardians beyond this door.
Good. Let's knock. Sure, Worf gets to walk in like he's all badass, but I'm the one who blew the door. Ooh, harvestable. Zidane is not kind of like a squirrel like my previous character chronicle with Tel-El, who would basically go out of her way to find those things. But I'm not going to ignore them either. Let's see. Some Romulans. A mix of Klingons and one of the Starfleet people. More Starfleet people. The ill-fated security team, undoubtedly. What I'm not seeing so far, however, is... Oops. Let's take care of that little detail, shall we? cell is empty except for scratch marks. Someone once tried to escape desperately. Corpse from some species that I don't know. And, well, Captain Corrin. But no Sean.
I don't see Captain Sean or Mayak here.
Mayak, that's the pronunciation. Where are they?
There's no more time.
We need to stop wandering around this place and get back to New Rhymeless. Staying here is only going to get more of us killed. Working on it, Hadrana.
No. There is still someone missing who could be saved. We are not leaving without them.
But he's Starfleet. But he's got a Romulan Republic guide too. Yeah, we keep looking. I care less about Sean, but you know, the Mayak is one of the folks who we're allied with, and we do not turn our back on allies. So let's see. Oops. Guess who we found? Of course, aliens are the smart ones, and they run like hell. And they let their robotic drones do the work for them. Well, you know, I'm not afraid to mix it up with these guys. Ah! Your big mistake, drones, is that you could have been in the sky and avoided my blade. Oh, looks like Sean's dead. Oh, wait, no, he's moving. I guess he's alive. Darn. I mean, oh, thank heavens. Let's see. Shallow breath, dropping pulse rate, needs medical attention. Tricorder scan shows his left hand and both antennae have been surgically amputated and then reattached. An unknown foreign substance has been introduced into his lymph nodes, and his superior ven cava has collapsed. I have no idea what the heck that is. Sean's cardiovascular and lymphatic systems have been seriously damaged. He requires immediate attention. Gotta regenerate the veins, restore circulatory function, and purge the nodes. In other words, go pretty much in the reverse order from what they show here.
What happened? How... Can you help Mayak?
Oh, he's next. Mayak, how bad are you off? Pretty bad from the looks of it. His blood has been replaced by a synthetic liquid polymer. Ugh. That is a bad way to go. No defensive wounds, so he must have been drugged in the first place. The cowards who did this should pay with their lives for such disrespect.
There's nothing more we can do here.
If we want any hope of finding other survivors or stopping what's happening on New Rhymeless, we need to keep moving.
Agreed. The best way to honor Mayak's memory is to save his new home.
Agreed. We will avenge your death, Mayak. Well, apparently the other side of the door just got interesting.
The gateway energy signature is emanating from somewhere across this expanse. We need to find a way across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system at work.
Perhaps we can use that to activate a connection to the next platform.
I'm picking up more of those automated defenses.
They are at my tricorder's maximum range, but they will be upon us quickly. The wounded are too weak to put up a fight. We should cross quickly and make our stand from a position of strength.
You should scout ahead. Corrin and Sean will remain with the injured and defend them if the Guardian drones arrive.
Yes, because I am clearly the most fit for this sort of thing. This bridge will probably automatically retract. Let's go and find out. Oops. Yeah, I did that on purpose. I knew that accolade would happen. I'm a horrible human being. Oh, or I could use this console to, turn on the bridge.
Scout ahead. We will escort the others when the way is clear.
Now this used to be a lot spookier because it was a lot darker back in the day when this mission first came out. Either that or the computer I was using at the time was less graphically sophisticated. Whoa, what's this? System, soul, dominant species, human. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Ideal site for harvesting. Servitor races have used disease epidemics and internal conflicts in ancient past to gather specimens for study. Population is numerous, but mostly peaceful. Poor candidates for servitor status. High creativity levels and self-preservation instinct make them inclined to fight, rather than submit, when faced by overwhelming foe. See Borg for more information. Yes, humans have been stubborn. Can be aggressive when threatened. Recommend that all activities and systems be covert until invasion is launched. Target for extermination. If Sol system is eliminated, models show that political entity known as Federation may collapse. Oh, if only it were that easy.
The Sol system. Earth.
Yes, Ambassador, I got that. Thank you. Captain Obvious. Oh, let's see. Let's see what this one goes. This one leads to a dead end. But maybe the console has something interesting there. Storage facility Z98. Purpose: supply and transport servitor troops during expansion and pacification actions. Capacity: 4.7 million units. Docking stations: 220. Current status: error. Alert. Storage facility Z98 has been in stasis mode for error cycles. Connection to gateway network unstable. Yeah, that didn't really tell me much. Let's continue our little journey, shall we? And a new planet. And this one is a little more familiar. System: Kronos. Dominant species: Klingon. Servitor presence: level 4 surveillance in effect. Aggressive, warlike species that dominates this area of space. Strong tendencies to fight rather than submit. Harvesting programs in past have been problematic. Only successful when used in concert with internal conflict. Possible candidate for servitor race if key members of government and entities known as Great Houses could be used to direct the rest of population. Oh, they don't know us very well, do they? Military structure in most organization makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors. Recommend study of honor in society for use as a tool for control. If population can be absorbed into servitor species, it would be a great addition to our fighting strength. If they cannot, extermination must be swift. We cannot give the Klingons a chance to organize against us.
Kronos. This is not a holodeck. It is a live image of my world.
Hey, our world. I tell you, turn into a legendary figure and everything becomes all about you. I'm not sure what this one is. System, Vandros 4. Dominant species, Dominion. Servitor presence, level 9 surveillance in effect. Dominion scientists discovered intact gateway 37 cycles ago, but it was destroyed by opposition forces before they could activate it. There are other gateways in the region that remain inactive. Agents are in place to stop the Dominion from discovering the location of these gateways before we are prepared. As to the Dominion themselves, we recommend observation but no engagement. The Dominion are organized and used to subjugating large numbers of species spread across a large area of space. When the Alpha and Beta quadrants are firmly under our control, then we will have the resources needed to conquer the Dominion as well.
Vandros 4. I remember this world. We found an Iconian gateway there during the Dominion War.
Okay, this one is another dead end. But let's see what intel the console has. Alert! Connection to gateway network unstable. Immediate attention required. Gateways 7,255. Gateways inactive 5,967. Gateways damaged or inoperative 880. Alert! Gateways in Andromeda active. Okay, think about that for a minute. Andromeda. All of Star Trek takes place in the Milky Way galaxy, and they've got gateways in the Andromeda galaxy. Alert! Unauthorized connection to network detected in Hobus system. Oh, that has a familiar sound to it, doesn't it? In fact, now that I think about it, Hobus was basically the system that went Nova and basically effectively created the Kelvin timeline. Or the JJ verse, for those who are less knowledgeable. Okay, what's this planet? I was afraid of that. System, New Romulus. Dominant species, Romulan. Servitor presence, level 8 surveillance in effect. Survivors of Romulan extermination have gathered on site of former Daewon homeworld. They have uncovered sites belonging to servitor races and are attempting to reactivate Gateway. If Gateway is successfully activated, they may threaten entire network. Attempts to use Alachi to eliminate threat unsuccessful. Alliance with Tal Shiar problematic. Romulans as a species show more self-determination and willpower than in previous observations. Leader known as Sela must be controlled or eliminated. Several key members of Romulan Republic Gateway Research Team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Brain scans of researcher Adrana have yielded vital information about the project. Well, that explains her lack of sleep. Agents have used that information to destabilize Gateway. Well, that figures. If activated, seismic instability will affect entire planet. Expected outcome is 70% reduction in population. That's bad. Remaining survivors must not be allowed to form organized groups. Recommend subsuming them into Alachi as soon as possible.
New Romulus. The tectonic activity is getting worse. We must find a way to stop it.
Well, you know, first we gotta find a way to get back to, well, somewhere that's not here. Okay, let's see what we have here. System, Iconia. Dominant species, none. Servitor presence, level 1 surveillance in effect. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation, although servitor races have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion. When Quadrant is pacified, we will use forced labor to terraform world for our return. All must be as it was.
I know this planet.
would you like to share with the class? Apparently not. Ooh. Skinnable, harvestable. Like I said, I'm not going to ignore that. Okay, now we'll use the console. Alert! Safety measure Theta 6 in effect due to gateway instability. All space gateways for large ship movements have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes are transmitted. One has to admit, this place is big. Like, real big. System, Quara. Dominant species, Corrin. Servitor presence, level 6 surveillance in effect. Industrious and technologically advanced planet. Extremely low level of rate of automaton. Extremely low level of automation means population must constantly refresh workforce. Use of radioactive mines to infect ship crews and bring them to Quara is interesting, but ultimately inefficient. We would require greater amounts of loyal servitors to pacify Delta Quadrant than this method would provide. Delta Quadrant. Cripes. Recommended cooperation and eventual inclusion as a servitor race. In exchange for their loyalty and detailed information on their indoctrination techniques, we will alleviate their manpower problems.
The Delta Quadrant? Does the Iconian influence reach so far?
Signs point to yes, Ambassador. What do we got here? Current status. Ship, Obelisk 1. Servitor, Solanae. Status, ready to deploy. Activation codes, authorized. Waiting for navigational input. Ambassador, I think that there might be a potential way out. If we could find it.
This appears to be some sort of master control panel. I believe we can use it to open a gateway.
Well, that would be faster than that ship.
Can we access the database? We must know what the Iconian plans are.
Priority is up. Looks like these guys are smarter. They're actually staying in the air. So I guess I'm gonna have to content myself with, you know, ranged weapons. You vermin, you are cheating me of melee kills. You must perish for it.
We need to download the data and move everyone here before more Guardians arrive.
Right. Don to everybody else. Get moving. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out how this thing works.
I will remodulate the power system while you reroute the flow.
Very well.
Star chart. Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Look! That's the new Romulus gateway!
That's nice. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can get that to work properly. Oh good, it's a concentration game, my favorite. On the other hand, at least they're making it easy. Okay. A little harder, but...
The gateway on New Romulus was reset.
Excellent!
It wasn't the only one.
What do you mean by that?
Ambassador,
We'll cover you as you download the
Oh,
data.
that can't be good. That
The paths
can't
are
be good.
retracting.
They know we're here, and I don't think they're happy.
Do you hear that? Doesn't sound good.
Oh, that,
Security reinforcements are inbound.
oh,
We
that
should use
is,
this gateway.
that is so not good.
Worf, we're out of time!
Let me download some more data here.
I have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave. We have cut the network's connection to the new Romulus gate, which should stabilize the situation there. There will be some damage on New Romulus, but it could have been far worse.
I think we have bigger problems right now, like 5 zillion things flying around. Worf, move your butt. Okay, I'm not entirely sure where we are.
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve. Where do you want us?
Oh, sure. Now he asks my opinion. Well, let's see what they've got here. Fiddle, fiddle. Looks like sensor and deflector ditch controls. Adrana, you get this one. I really don't want her near the shields or the weapons. Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. This is a tactical console. Shields, power levels, secondary to weapons. Sean, this is yours. It feels good to boss around a Federation captain. Just saying. Let's see. Bridge control for engineering functions, like damage control. Captain Corrin. I believe you're best suited for this one. Primary weapons. Ambassador, as a fellow Klingon, I think you're the best person to shoot people.
We have saved the Romulans' home world, but the gateways are open now. All of them. We do not know who will use them. It may be the Alachi, or it may be something far worse. We must warn everyone of what is coming.
And obviously, I am in command. Activate the gateway and take us out.
Receiving tactical telemetry. I'm detecting another gateway in the Durette system. It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Elachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Anywhere is better than here. Will the gateway work?
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
Do it.
Taking us out.
Man, these portable gateway things are great. We should get a few more of these.
Sensors show that we are in the Durette system. Systems are all reading normal, but object sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian gateway.
How could you possibly miss something that big? Hail the Romulan Republic. Let them know we're here.
I'm very glad to see you all safely returned. When the quakes began, we lost all communications with the gateway chamber and feared the worst.
Yes, but
where did you go? Through the gateway? And what is that ship?
Titan, we really don't need to be
Like it.
we don't need to be talking to your crotch. I'm sorry. Sit down. I'll give you a full report as soon as possible, but we might have opened up every Iconian gateway in the galaxy.
You reset. Elements preserve us.
There could be hundreds of gates. Thousands! Are they all active now? Well, there was a ship-sized gateway hidden in subspace in this system, and Yeah, thousands are probably a good, accurate number, yes.
Enough talk. The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am picking up a corresponding one from an entire fleet of Alachi ships on an intercept course. Send every available ship. We must fight if we are to survive.
And if we're going to be doing that, then I want to adjust some of the positioning on the weapons to be more like what I would be used to using. I'm not going to go too crazy on it though, because, well, it's more of a pain than it's worth for a ship that I'll use exactly once.
Sending reinforcements now. Good luck, and may the elements protect us all.
Yeah.
We will hold off the Alachi until Allied forces arrive.
Okay, so, in a way, this episode was basically a selling point for this ship on the Sea Store. Although you can get the baseline, I believe you can get the ship by being a part of a fleet and having a certain fleet holding advanced. However, since it's only a tier 5 ship, it's not really worth that kind of abuse. It's a carrier, so I can actually launch these drones, and we're going to let them do some of the fighting for me. We'll put them on aggressive. And likewise, we are about to become very aggressive. Oh, and looks like they're already fighting. Well, they tore that frigate apart pretty quick, didn't they? These guys aren't so bad. Maybe we didn't need to worry about reinforcements.
Ships are reporting to our location.
Romulan ship singularity core is destabilized.
We need to hold the Alachi until reinforcements arrive.
How could we be having trouble with the Romulan Republic casualties already? We're beating the tar out of these guys.
More Alachi inbound. Hold them
Well,
up.
I guess they were bound to start sending their heavies sooner or later. Oh, mistake. You jumped right in the wrong place. What is this? Reactive anti-proton cascade.
Tiaru Jarak of the Republic flagship Lisette. Where did that gateway come from?
Well, we might have turned it on.
One of the many actions to prevent the destruction of the new homeworld.
Now we have all these reinforcements showing up. But you know who isn't showing up?
Glad you can make it, Enterprise.
Where's my ship? I'm gonna have a serious talk with my crew after this.
The Alachi can send their entire fleet. We will not fall.
I'm still waiting for my ship. I mean, just saying. Well, we're certainly doing a job on these Alachi. I don't know why the Romulans complain about these guys. We're kind of beating the tar out of them.
There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot be delayed.
Makes sense.
The Alachi forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Sean, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. We need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
No! That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Afraid of a fight, Captain?
Corrin, prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people. Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Shocker.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see.
Folks familiar with Star Trek Voyager knows exactly what that signifies.
I should return to the Borderscue. Worf will be waiting for me. Corrin to the Borderscue. One to transport.
I should return to New Romulus immediately.
Ambassador, it was a pleasure to work with you. I wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know. Sean to
No,
Enterprise.
it's not that Chief
Transport me
O'Brien,
directly to my ready room.
but he is related.
Today was a glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together. It was an honor to fight beside you.
The honor was mine. And certainly in more pleasant circumstances than the last time we chatted. Are you ready to leave the system, sir? Oh, yes. The sooner I can just get off of this ship and get onto my own superior vessel, the better. When we found the Iconian Gateway, we thought it was a means for us to re-establish ourselves as a power in the quadrant. By harnessing its power, we thought it would help us prosper and open a new era of exploration. I never imagined it would nearly destroy our new home so soon after we found it. Never again will we let hubris blind us. You have saved our world from ruin, and you may have found the opportunities for which I hoped. Thank you, General. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that the warp core is better than what I'm using now, but let me double check that. Weirdly enough, it'll only do these compares if I have my ship status up. Yes, I believe this is going to be a better warp core. So we will take that.
Congratulations, General.
And apparently I've got some new duty officers available. Let's see if any of them are research lab guys, because we could use more. No, of course not. That would have been too easy. Ah, well. It is what it is. But we do have a chef. So, yay. While I'm here, a couple of our assignments have completed, so we'll get those out of the way. Sadly, no more of the marauding stuff here. Annoying. Ooh, a possible bridge officer candidate. Examine them. I have no idea what just happened there. Oh, someone tagged me with a diplomatic immunity ability. Huh, haven't seen that ability used on someone in an age. You see, when you get to the Starfleet top of the diplomacy chain, you can give someone an ability called diplomatic immunity, and it gives you faster speed through sector space. Once upon a time, Federation could not go into Klingon space, and the Klingons could not go into Federation space. But diplomatic immunity would allow you to do that, to go into each other's space. When they redid the maps and made them bigger and more impressive, that was no longer the case. Ferengi Freighter, Vulcan Freighter. At least we got a couple more of the marauding missions available. Bolian Colony. I'll take what I can get. And it seems that we've leveled up. So that means skills. Improve tactical readiness. Yes. And that unlocks another one of the focused frenzy abilities. I already picked up frenzied reactions, so now it's either stacking weapon damage or allies firing on my marked foe. More damage. Not that it really matters, because I'll be getting all three of them sooner or later, and sooner is likely to happen. Oh, and I better move that back. I want my ship's special abilities convenient, but I had to move it around when I was in the obelisk carrier. So, let's talk the gateway. The discovery and activation of the gateway in the turret system means we can send ships rapidly to explore the Solanae Dyson Sphere. An alliance force comprised of ships from the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Empire have agreed to work together to study the sphere and establish a zone of control there. But they need skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Allied Joint Command once you reach the Solanae Dyson Sphere in the Delta Quadrant. Only a bit of wrapper stuff here, XP and expertise, because this is going to unlock a bunch. So let us approach the gateway and travel to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. This gateway was one of several found to be hidden in subspace by the Iconians after their departure from the Alpha Quadrant. It was revealed after the Iconian Gateway Network was reset to save New Romulus. The gateway is large enough for ships to pass through, and is docked onto a fixed location at the edge of the Delta Quadrant. Only ships authorized for travel to the Solanae Dyson Sphere are authorized for entry. Isn't that kind of redundant? Only authorized ships are authorized? I didn't write the script. And so we appear. And yes, that really is big. Welcome to the Dyson Sphere. Let's chat with the Chief Logistics Officer. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, General. A journey that once took 30 years at maximum warp now takes mere minutes. Really? Isn't that kind of the Voyager distance? Not quite. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Specifically, we are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star. Cryptic's bad writing dishonors the House of Atari. Welcome, Bull Moose. Hope you've been enjoying the stream thus far, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I can't remember if Atari had control of the game when this mission rolled out, or if Perfect World had taken over by then. I want to say Perfect World may have already gotten it, but I can't prove it. Dyson spheres are huge. Mind-bogglingly huge. I mean, just imagine the size of... Let's imagine the size of our sun. You can fit heaps and heaps of planet Earths inside our sun. Now imagine a structure built at Earth orbit in a total globe around the sun, and you get an idea of just how mind-bogglingly huge this is. You gotta ask where they got the building materials. It's just massive. It says right here, the sphere itself has a diameter that is nearly 200 million kilometers, or the equivalent of 250 million M-class planet surfaces. Dyson spheres are huge. And now for stupid question of the day. How much of the sphere has been explored? You're looking at it. The sphere is huge, and it could take us a lifetime to completely understand its construction and technology. We're taking it slow until we know more. That's where you come in, sir. We could use help from the Salah. Before we get started, though, Sub-Commander Cole would like you to receive a briefing about Omega particles from our chief scientist. Ah, yes, the mysterious Omega symbol. Now, the fun thing about the Dyson sphere here is that it's designed to be a secondary or maybe tertiary hub for the player base during these missions. You've got your vendors, and I think we might have drinks back here. Yeah, drinks from the Ferengi. We go up here, and we've got a couple of, looks like, is that a duty officer assignment, or is that... No, there's a place where you can get, yeah, you can get some duty officers. Let me check with the store for a second. Okay, it's just a standard duty officer purchasing. Oop, the chief scientist. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't chat with the scientist, so... Ah, hello, General. Cole has asked me to be brief, as there is a lot to be done. We found massive amounts of Omega particles being produced within this Dyson sphere. These particles are extremely unstable, and when detonated, they will damage subspace, making warp travel impossible in vast areas around the detonation site. In the past, we've only had to deal with small amounts of Omega particles. Now, we have a structure that is mass-producing them for an unknown purpose. So, how do you fix that? The plan is twofold. First, we must find and destroy any existing Omega particles. Secondly, we must discover whatever is producing them at such an alarming rate and stop it. The Federation and Klingons have agreed to join an alliance with the Romulan Republic in order to see this done. These particles threaten us all. This would be simple except for... Well, perhaps it's best if we hear more from Sub-Commander Cole. He's asked to speak with you. Well, we'll chat with him next then. But first, we're going to continue our very brief tour of this section of the sphere. Over here, we've got your, well, it's a ship, basically a shipyard, just like anywhere else. We've had reports of a massive city ship the Voth are using as a home base for their incursions further into the sphere. We've nicknamed it the FotR's. I think the only way we can take something of that size down is to breach the hull and attack it from the inside. Can we count on the Salah to help? Not until I hear more. What the heck are these Voth? Heh. I wonder if we can find any details from Sub-Commander Cole. So we've got a whole lot of stuff here, and if you go to the center here, you will have your mail, your bank, and I'm pretty sure the exchange is on the other side. So we've got all the amenities that you would find in a general homeworld. I'm a triple killer, not an errand boy. Yes, bringing back the tribbles from oblivion was the greatest sin of those fools at DS9. And they've let them replicate all over the galaxy. In fact, I better double check to make sure I don't have any hiding in my inventory again. No, what I've got in my inventory is more important. Warnog. It's always good to have Warnog here to, well, chug down when you get a powerful thirst. I specifically did the Q's Winter Wonderland just to get that emote. Well, that and this. Warnog to go. That way I can chug down Warnog wherever I go.
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. My name is Sub-Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command. A multi-species task force willing to work
I've
together
said this before,
toward a common goal, for now at least.
But Cole
the gateway you used to get here
was
is
wasted.
in Republic space, so the Republic
His
is
voice
taking the lead here as
just
well.
screams, I'm
Our
a
mission?
villain.
To destroy the Omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize
He's not,
its ability
but
to generate more.
it ought to
The
be.
first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of Omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough Omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy. We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth claim to be natives
They don't
of
look
the
so
Delta
tough.
Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations. I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
Really, Cole has the perfect voice for villain in. It's a pity that he's been wasted in this standard administrative role. The guy was clearly born to be a villain. Are you ready to begin, General? The Solanae Dyson Sphere is unlike anything we've ever seen before. I have new directives for you from Allied Joint Command, General. While the minefield helps to keep Voth ships from entering Allied space en masse, occasionally the Voth will slip one or two small vessels through with their advanced cloaking technology. Hey, we can do cloaking technology too. We have a range of tachyon probe frequencies that can sometimes detect Voth ships, but we need to get up close to have any chance of success. We want the Salah to search this zone for any Voth ships that might be hiding. And we have, well, a more interesting set of rewards. We do not have the standard trifecta. We've got a kind of a wrapper experience points and expertise, but 40 Dyson Sphere marks, which would be peachy keen if I could use Dyson Sphere reputation, or Solanae reputation. I will also get either a better personal shield or better impulse engines. Well, better is a relative term, but we'll worry about that later. So why don't we go to the ship? Follow me, Targ, with my Warnog. I shouldn't drink and fly, but I'm probably going to drink and fly. Then again, I'm not the pilot. I'm a captain. I have people do my flying for me. I'll just sit back in my captain's chair, sipping the Warnog.
We run missions here from Joint Command, the center of all Allied operations. This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here. This region is the minefield. It is used as a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by. And this is the ion stream, a series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area. Each of these areas could use your help. Good luck.
Well, this place obviously feels like a location that desperately needs help. So let's get to it. Step 1. Hunt down some cloaked ships. We can do that. In fact, it'll be like submarine warfare. I can't see them, they can't see me. Unfortunately, to start the scan, I'm probably going to have to decloak. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that accolade. Flew under the Joint Command Spire. They clearly have the markers set screwed up somehow. But I stopped caring. That's clearly an area that has already detected some bad guys, and I don't care about them. Oh good, I can do this while I'm still cloaked. There they are. Open fire! And since I did this from cloak, I should get the bonus for my Klingon recruitment detail. Superior cloaking my hind end. No escape for you. Ah, the sound of success. Now, where the second ambusher is, I'm not entirely sure. I might have to do a second scan. Those guys, their blink skills. Okay, we've taken out our opposition. Ms. Cole, the USS Hypatia could use your help in the ion screening. Oh, a singularity core. That'll come in handy. Not. Oh well, it's something I can sell. Cloak! And proceed. So we're getting a bit of a tour of the Dyson Sphere. And you'll notice on this map you've got a couple of little icons here. Okay, there's only one right now. I guess people have been lopping those things down. But they are little mini missions that can be undertaken. Investigate breach. Salah, please be advised that Containment Unit 006 has suffered a breach and is venting caustic gases into the area. It will eat through the hull of any unprepared ship, and eventually the gases will fall to the surface and begin compromising the structural integrity of the sphere. Really? They're worried about a little pinprick in the sphere? We would appreciate any assistance you might be able to give us in clearing the area. The Voth put up a fight? They are without honor! Now, putting up a fight is exactly what I expect out of them. If they didn't put up a fight, there wouldn't be any challenge in it, and there would be no opportunity for me to acquire honor in defeating them. compromise the structural integrity of the sphere. Seriously. Let's again think about the surface area of the sphere. 250 million Earth. Well, surface area of Earth. Any structural integrity is going to be like a pinprick. Not even a pinprick. It's like a hair follicle. So, we've just picked up a mission here, and now we're going to scan these clouds and do something with them. One down. Two down. Three down. Well, there will be three down. And one more. And there we go. And completing that mission gives me a whopping single Dyson Sphere mark. Yay. Okay, let's get back to our primary mission, which involves finding that ion stream thing, finding the Hypatia. We will skip the cloak for now. And hopefully we'll be in sight of the Starfleet vessel. Why must we cooperate with these Starfleet people? I know, it keeps the Romulan Republic happy. But, the things we do. Good to see you, General. See the ion streams? The energy in them can be rerouted into the power cells of a starship and delivered to other areas of the sphere. This energy helps us better understand how the sphere activates. Can the Salah take some of the ion stream's energy to our tower in the minefield? Well, it's not exactly a warrior's job, but it'll keep our Romulan allies happy, so blah, 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 blah. Sometimes I think the Chancellor puts me on these jobs because he hates me. We have the energy stored. I've never seen it used in this way. So we'll get the next set. We just got 3 of them to nail down here, so let's get close enough and absorb that one. Energy absorbed. We'll begin analyzing it for our records. I will say I do like the way they designed the Dyson Sphere. I mean, you get the feeling that you're way up there. When you look down, it looks like you got some serious distance. And it gives you the impression that yes, these structures are indeed huge. Mind-bogglingly vast. We're talking buildings on a scale that the mind boggles. So there's the minefield allied tower. We'll transfer the charge. We'll put the energy to good use, but we need more help here, General. The minefield is the last line of defense against the Voth moving in from the contested zone. Several of our mines have stopped working, and we don't know why. Can the Salah scan some of the deactivated mines and determine the problem? You know, Jimpak must hate me, or at the very least dislike me mightily. Oh, what? Someone's shooting at me? Excellent. A reason to fight. They shut down everything. Get my engineering team on it. There we go. Want to fight? I can accommodate you. Ah, the joy of honorable warfare. Even if they were pretty much automated things. The mine was definitely remotely disabled, but I'm having a hard time getting further readings. How did Jimpak become Chancellor, but Martok is still around? Okay, well here's the way it goes, according to the lore of Star Trek Online. Originally, Jimpak killed off Martok. They had one of their, epic duels, and Jimpak won and became Chancellor. However, apparently he didn't kill him as much as you might think, because, and this is kind of revealed in an episode that's further down the chain, but the short version is Jimpak found a way to more or less keep him alive and in the custody of some rather unsavory customers, shall we say. Eventually, you're going to, the player captain, will have the opportunity to rescue him, and Jimpak gets back to doing what he does, although not as Chancellor himself. So, in other words, stuff does happen. But that's how come Jimpak is Chancellor, because as far as everybody knows, he killed off Martok, but nobody knows that Martok is actually still breathing. It's just that, Martok's not in a position to tell anybody because he's a prisoner. General, I was wrong. The Voth are transporting the parts out of the mines. I suggest contacting Joint Command with this information. Thank you for your assistance, General. You said the Voth are remotely disarming mines by transporting parts out of them. We'll see what we can do to get around that. For now, you and the Salah are needed elsewhere, specifically in the contested zone. Speak with me again when you're ready for the next assignment. So, I think I'm probably going to grab the personal shield, but let's double check to see if anybody... Yeah, we're taking the personal shield. Somebody can use a Mark 10 personal shield.
Congratulations, General.
I have bigger plans for my own shielding. Let's see. I'm thinking that Balera is going to get the shield because she is the tactical officer, and tactical officers tend to have this habit of gaining aggro like crazy. Give a rogue shield to Valkrov. And I'll recycle that shield. I have new directives for you from Allied Joint Command, General. We have more operations outside the Allied zone, General. The contested zone is right near our borders, and it is where our forces are currently engaged with the Voth, both in the atmosphere and on the ground. It's a constant fight for control of the area. If we slip, the Voth will overwhelm us. We could use your help out there. Travel to the contested zone and see what you can do. And again, wrapper mission, get some XP, get some expertise. nothing big. But then again, the mission is basically travel this way. So, we're going to travel this way. Travel to the contested zone. Time for our briefing.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth. There are 5 fronts in the zone, and each of them need your help. Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support. In the center of the contested zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist. Make no mistake about this. The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
Well, if there's one thing that Klingons love, it's active conflicts. Missing the Allied zone yet? I hope not, because we need every ship to push the Voth back. If you're ready, I have more orders for you. The next comes straight from Commander Arnold, our liaison for the ground battle zone. And it's another Rapper mission. We're gonna, oh yeah. Next up, Omega Standoff. There is a ground war raging as we speak in the battle zone. Commander Arnold is commanding Allied forces in an attempt to gain control over Omega particle silos. Unfortunately, the Allied forces there are too understaffed and under-equipped. They're too far away from the supply depot for us to reliably send supplies. How does this sentence even work? To reliably send supplies, supply shipments. How does that work? And they can always use more combat-ready recruits. Commander Arnold and his forces could use your help, General. Can you spare it? Again, basically a Rapper mission. So let's fly on over. We did level up there, so while we're flying, I'm going to grab the extra recharge bonus, which will allow me to get the last of the advanced abilities for my Frenzy ability. And it will be interesting to start using those to the full extent somewhere along the line. Now you'll notice that we've got these control things going on here, but I'm going to ignore that for now because, well, we'll be dealing with that in the not horribly distant future. Now from here you can get a kind of an eagle-eye view of the ground battle zone. But as you might imagine, since it is the ground battle zone, oh, I can't ignore that. We have an opportunity to surprise the Voth in this area, and I'd like you to lead the assault. I'll be routing available ships to your coordinates. Once they're in position, hunt down Voth ships and destroy them. Has a time limit of 5 minutes. Well, this is probably a mistake. So, step 1, find Voth ships. Oh, and there's one right up there. And apparently, I am not the only one who's seen them. And apparently I didn't do enough damage to get any credit for him, so... this is probably not going to end well. 5 minutes to wipe out ships, and it ain't working. They just ain't having it. Lost control tower, did we? Then perhaps I will have an opportunity over there. Defeat 3 Voth ships. I'd love to. Really, I'd love to. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find 3 Voth ships. But I'm hopeful that this control tower is going to give me my opportunity. I'm not optimistic, however, because I see they're already in the middle of a massive conflict. Still never let it be said that I didn't try. Christ, there's like 5 billion ships here, but we got credit for 1. Let's see if I can get that frigate over there before someone else nukes them. Yeah, we got you. Yes, 2 out of 3. Now, if only we can get that 1 more in the next 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not optimistic. Unless we stumble on one somewhere nearby. Those snobs with their high warp engines. I only insult them because I'm jealous. One minute. I am not going to succeed. Of course, to be fair, even if I succeeded in this mission, I would probably get exactly, count them, 1 mark. So it's kind of hard for me to feel too badly about failing here. That was a really optimistic time frame. I'm guessing Cryptic will explore how Martok is still alive in the future with a future Klingon Civil War arc. Well, actually, they already have the explanation. It is in-game. This character has not yet gotten that far yet, but the explanation is in-game. It will come during... Let me go down here. As I recall correctly, it will come during the Age of Discovery arc, I believe. No, that doesn't sound right, does it? New Frontiers. Yeah, I think it was New Frontiers where we get the return of Martok and how he's still alive this far in the future. There is a good reason for it. There is a good explanation as to why he's back and in such good shape. I will say that much. But I shall keep the rest of the spoilage at a minimum. Okay, we're going to beam down to the battle zone here. It'll only let me take 2 of my people with me, so I'm going to take Thrak, because he's my doctor, and Valkrav, because she is my engineer. And we will get yet another briefing.
This is the Voth battle zone. Our goal is to take control of at least 1 Omega particle silo. Here's how we do it. This is a map of the battle zone. There are 3 regions, each made up of multiple capture points. When the Voth hold a capture point, it is red. When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega particle silos.
Than that.
We must capture at least 1 of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
And it's not something that you'll see easily coming, but it makes perfect sense when you hear it. However, we are now at the 10 o'clock hour, and once I do this report in to Commander Cole, we will undoubtedly be doing a bit of exploration of this battle zone next week, because we are at the 10 o'clock hour, and that means it's time to bring our stream to a close. We will be continuing the adventures of Dadan next Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, depending on where things stand at the end of the missions there. For those who are interested, I will also be streaming Star Citizen on Saturday afternoons from 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and joining in, particularly if you were here live, but also if you caught this video on demand, either on Twitch or on YouTube. I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks, Bull Moose, for stopping by and saying hello. Been good chatting with you. And I hope to see you all next time. This is Corrin Landwalker, signing off. Have a happy new year.